Hey, hey, hey.
Hey Mo, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Just got out of the shower. My hair is doing crazy stuff, but
Yeah, it looks
doing
fab.
okay. I'm clean.
Oh, wait, what does your shirt say?
This is old school TGSTS stuff,
Oh, yes, I love it.
branded. Yes, represent. You
Represent.
know, been a while since I could fit in this shirt, so now I'm like, oh
Yeah,
okay,
don't you love that?
dust off the stuff in the back.
Yeah, doing that with this.
Yes, I love the red today.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't worn this
The
since like
red,
2020. So yeah,
I love
excited.
it, and of course coordinated with the earrings,
Oh,
always.
always.
Always. So what's up? How you been?
Just living life. If you're wondering,
Living.
if you're watching this on YouTube, you may be wondering why I have a hat on. And
Mm.
just to say, I look like Martin when his face got all swollen up.
Life happens, right?
Life happens. Whew.
Ah,
But
it's okay. It's okay.
I am,
You're here.
yeah, I am rolling with it and living life. But nobody needs to see. Nobody needs to see this.
I love it. I love it. Have you been
But
watching the Olympics?
yeah, not really. The
No.
only thing I saw was that the what's her name, Simone Biles made that history, and that people weren't getting paid enough, so people are donating money. Like I've just seen those pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have been talking about stuff. The opening ceremonies was a little wild. I think a lot
Yeah,
of people have
and
feelings
French.
about that.
Okay, yeah, I
Did you
wanna hear.
watch it? Did you
No,
watch it?
I just watched some a couple of performances, or just the medal one.
I mean, I'm trying to make it a big deal. I've got 3 kids, so I'm trying to make it a big
Yeah,
deal. We
oh
watched
gosh,
it
the kids.
together, popped some popcorn, turned it on. The kids got to stay up late. We watched the whole I mean, it was wild. I think it is every Olympics, it's wild. Like,
Yes.
one year they had a big old baby head one year, didn't make
Mhm.
any sense. So this was they had can. I mean, it's a chance for the host country to show their culture and do all
Yeah.
that, right?
Mhm.
So they had a lot of the French culture, the Moulin Rouge stuff. You got a fly on your hat. Um, Moulin Rouge and the can and stuff. And so
Oh,
we
fun.
watched it was entertaining. People on stilts. I mean, it was cute, whatever.
Mhm.
But people found controversy with that.
There's gonna be
Whatever.
controversy with anything. It's just something
Yeah.
to talk. People need something to talk about, and, what controversy?
People are trying to say that they were uh, this is they're trying to say that they had drag queens dressed up and replicated the Last Supper, is what people are saying, and they were
Mhm.
Christians or Catholics or whoever are taking offense to it. I think uh, they're out of bounds with that or incorrect. I don't know how to word it. For
And then
one, the painting of the Last Supper it's not like a photograph. It didn't happen. It's like it's Da Vinci's like rendition of what he thought.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not
Yeah,
like it was a picture of
but that's
Jesus
their frame of reference, like, when we have those dogs at the Last Supper back in the '80s,
playing
remember?
cards or whatever,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
that's
Yeah,
a reference to, though, but this one is supposedly not a reference to it at all, like, it's
it's
some Greek.
not. It's
Yeah,
the Feast of the Gods,
yeah, that
Dionysus or something like
yeah.
that. And if you stopped and thought about, and this is the part that's like, duh, it's the Olympics. It's
Yeah,
ancient
Greek.
Greece. We're
Yeah,
going back to Greek gods. Like, I feel like people don't like step outside of their I gotta find something to be offended by to
yeah,
actually take a look at what's going on and think critically about stuff before they get offended. So, I
yeah,
mean,
and thinking and just seeing, like, a pattern that they think,
or they
like,
said drag queens, I gotta be mad. How can I be
yeah,
mad about it? That's
let me
what it
find an
was. So,
excuse. That's basically the thing. That's people
yeah.
will always
So,
find an excuse. If that were someone else, if it were Taylor Swift doing that, we probably wouldn't hear anything.
oh, they'd be mad. Conservative people hate Taylor Swift, so
Well,
so it would
I
be
used to like her, I can't keep up.
no, they can't stand her. But anyways, like it's been exciting. So the TV's been on almost 24/7 in this house, just
Mhm.
watching whatever sports and trying to get excited and cheering on teams and stuff like that. So I love Snoop Dogg's there. I love that Snoop Dogg and Flavor there. I'm just like, I love it. I don't know why, but I'm just like, this is
Why do you think they
I
were
love
chosen?
I don't know, but I'm here for it. I love it. And he's showing up everywhere. He's got a shirt with Simone Biles. He's at gymnastics, Flavor Flav
Yeah.
is synchronized swimming and water polo.
Mhm.
It's so wholesome.
I feel like they're mascots of something, but I don't know what.
I love I don't know. It's unexpected to me. And I think it's just
Mhm.
like
Snoop is
um
everywhere,
and I
but
think people
never
don't
fake.
understand the work behind the scenes that he does and
Mhm,
how he's always showing up for the kids. He's always
mhm.
doing stuff, and so it's almost like he's Unc. He's there
Yeah,
cheering
he's
on
not like
his
an
nieces
uncle.
at the yeah. So I think that's the part that makes me happy. Like
Mhm.
he's cheering on the kids.
Yeah.
Um, there's a clip on TikTok, and I'm sure the reels on Instagram and stuff of the gymnasts, the women's gymnastics team. They're dancing, they're excited, and they're like, "What are they dancing for?" And they look up, and it's Snoop, and he's cheering them on. He's got a Simone Biles shirt on, and he's
Aw.
dancing with them, and they're like, it's beautiful to see. I don't know, and
Aw,
they
look at
just
you,
won the
you're all
gold.
brightened up. Who?
Yeah, and they just the women's gymnastics team
Oh,
just
okay,
got the
cool.
gold.
Yay,
So,
as well
and then the
earned.
men's gymnastics team, have you seen this dorky dude with the glasses? What's his
Mm-mm,
name? Steven, Nedorosik or whatever? People are
mm-mm,
in love with him. He's just this dorky dude. He's got glasses on. He takes the glasses off to do his thing, and he's squinting.
mhm.
He can't see. Gets on that pommel horse, and he crushed it. And
Okay,
so the men's gymnastics team won their first medal in 16 years. They got the bronze, and it was his last routine that did it. And he just kind of
nice.
walked in, took his glasses off. I mean, just
I'll have to watch
thick
it.
Coke bottles. I mean, it was just so cute. And so
Aw,
it was yeah. I don't know. I get happy for these guys,
that's
these
what they're
kids.
meant for. That's what they're meant for. They're
Yeah.
bring people together, make people happy, remember that this was one world.
Oh, Broken Tradition says, I thought the man who produced the show said it was reference to the Last Supper
No, he didn't. He
painting.
said it was he
No,
said
it's a Dutch man,
yeah,
actually, and he said it wasn't.
yeah.
He was inspired by the Feast of the Gods. It had nothing to do with the Last Supper painting.
Mhm.
He's throwing up gang signs, is he? I
The
haven't seen
seeds
any of that.
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I don't get it. I guess that's an allegiance that'll last. But yeah, I don't know. No comment on that.
But I just feel like, I mean, why can't he represent the United States? Why can't he be there too? I don't know. And I feel like he's a big part of American culture. I mean, to
Mhm.
say he's not, you know, I don't know. But I have a clip, Simone Biles, the first time ever done at the Olympics, by a
Yeah.
woman. She did this vault. If we
Mhm.
wanna play it, I can pull it up here. She
Okay.
did the, Yurchenko double pike.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play it right here. It's real quick, but she did.
It's Simone Biles on vault. Will we see the Yurchenko double pike? My goodness me, we will see the Yurchenko double pike, the hardest vault in the world.
For the first time ever at an Olympic Games, a woman has landed this vault.
I don't know. So,
Beautiful.
yeah,
What do you
and
mean?
I know we clowned no, I don't know we clowned her, but we had feelings about it last Olympics, and I remember we had a whole thing about she had the twisties, she had to kinda back out.
Mhm.
What was it, Tokyo? Was she in Tokyo? Is that where it was?
Oh, okay. Thank you,
And
Broken
sh
Traditions.
and she backed out. Oh. Oh, shoot. Okay. Didn't know that. Um, uh But I did read something today that she actually has been able to see her therapist every
Mhm.
day that she's out there and work through whatever because she's had the same issues, but she was actually
Yeah.
afforded the ability to see her therapist and deal with
Yes.
the issues, and
See,
I
it's
don't think
a
she was given
combination.
that. I don't think she was given that the last
Yeah.
time through. Um, so that's kinda neat that they're giving those accommodate or, they're making those arrangements for them or
Yeah.
allowing them or whatever. I don't know what the difference was last time.
Mhm.
But that's cool. She's making history. Um, Lots of history being made. So I mean, I'm here
Yeah,
for it.
everyday history is made.
Yep. So yeah, Olympics.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I'm not
Olympics.
really following it, but
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it for the kids because I
yeah,
really fell out of it. So
same. That's when I was watching it as a kid. I think I stopped watching it when the Utah one or the whichever crazy one was. Yeah, good point. Broken traditions. The last time she was there alone during COVID, a lot of people were
mm.
depressed around that time. Facts.
Was that Brazil then? There was one time she wasn't allowed to bring her medication. She had anxiety
Oh
medication
my
and the country wouldn't
god.
allow it. And that's I think it was was it Tokyo? I don't know. I don't remember. It was 4
Mm.
years ago because we had a podcast on it.
Mm.
And I remember we were like, "What?" Um, but yeah, I mean, uh Broken Dishes doesn't know if that is that really Mo under that hat? No, she's incognito today. Um
Yeah, you don't wanna see this, Broken Traditions. I don't need jokes.
So what else? What else is going on? I mean, it's been a full week
Mhm.
that Kamala Harris has been the presumptive nominee
Yes.
for the Democrats. Do we have
She's
any
breaking
updates on that?
records. Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been breaking records, though.
What kind of records?
It's
What's she been
fundraising.
breaking?
I think she even beat, like, everything that do you have the numbers? You probably do. She probably the like, the total of the whatever the Republicans have already in this past week.
I think it was it last night they had the White Dudes for Harris call? Was it last night? I was texting you about it. I think it was last night. And they raised about 3.75 million.
Mm,
Um, they've been organizing these calls from that first call last Sunday, not this past Sunday, the Sunday before,
mhm,
with the black women call. The next day
mm.
was the black men call, and then they from there on, it's just been every
Yeah,
demographic, every group
California
that could come
yeah,
together, um, has done it, has gotten it together, and they're just raising money, and not only the money, but the number of people who are volunteering, signing up to volunteer, has just been unprecedented, I guess, and just surprising. So, I mean, it's interesting to see the momentum. I'm
mhm.
wondering if it's sustainable because it's not.
It's
It's
not.
under 100 days. I
Yeah.
guess maybe that's the I guess benefit or exciting
Mhm.
part about it is you don't have
Yes,
to sustain it for too long.
exactly.
'Cause it's a short period of time. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if people keep the enthusiasm and actually show up to vote and stuff.
Definitely, yeah, registering people to vote, so helping the
And
growth
showing up.
yeah, them showing up. Yeah, that's gonna be a big deal if all of these people registered to vote actually show up.
Yeah. What is this? Did y'all see Kamala Harris's rally in Atlanta today?
I did
No,
not, I
did
missed
not.
it. How was it, Broken Traditions? You wanna come through? You wanna link Broken Traditions?
He has something to say, and he
Mhm.
always brings a different little perspective.
Breaking those
I
traditions.
I'm I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. Um, I think what's been interesting because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts today. I've been cleaning the house and doing crazy stuff, so I've been
Mhm.
listening to podcasts, watching TikToks and videos, YouTube, whatever. Um, trying to just see what's out there. And I feel like it's funny because you hear talking points. The right has talking points and buzzwords that they use. The left definitely has talking points, buzzwords they use, and they're trying to create whatever narratives they're trying to create. And it's funny because you can hear people repeating them. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, I know what you listen to or what news you watch.
Ooh, like what? Do you have an example?
So obviously the right, I think Trump and all of them are having a hard time pinning down how they wanna come at Kamala. I
Yeah,
think they're having a hard time.
yeah.
Um, they're saying some I mean, obviously the DEI stuff, everybody's talking about she's
Mhm.
DEI, she slept her way. I have a whole clip, a whole video of the things they're saying. I don't know if we
Okay,
wanna play that
cool.
now or later.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think the left, this new thing I'm hearing out of the left, like on MSNBC especially, is just weird. They keep using the word weird. JD Vance is weird. Trump is weird. This is weird. I
Yeah.
mean, they're bringing up weird stuff like odd things. I don't wanna say weird, but they're bringing up odd things like JD Vance humped his couch. That's weird. Or
What the heck? That's
JD
still
Vance said, but they keep using the word weird, and
Mhm.
it's like that's the buzzword that they're using.
Yeah,
Um,
isn't weird isn't that a slur? So now you're
I
not supposed to say weird,
is it a
right?
slur? I
Mhm.
have no
I don't know,
idea,
I
but
was
that's
being sarcastic. Everything is a slur, so I would imagine.
yeah. Well, I mean, JD Vance said something at he said that the left likes to say everything is racist. And he said,
Mm.
he tried to make a joke. He said, I had a Diet Mountain Dew the other day. And I bet they'd call that racist. Ha ha ha. Nobody laughed, but he
Oh
was trying to make
gosh,
jokes.
that's not even
Um,
funny.
it's not. Um, but I think that there's one of the things I liked about the Obama campaign that I thought was like spot on. And I think this is the plus to having a younger candidate is they have younger interns, people who are more on it. Yeah, see, Kamala's using it's this branding and they're all on the same wavelength here. But I think that the people who are in charge of messaging, branding, running the TikToks, making the reels, doing the Instagram, the Facebook posts, the X, doing all that stuff, I think that the left is better at that. They're faster at that.
Mhm.
Um, because the stuff they're putting out is like genius. As
And
soon as
how
Trump
hard
says
to do it
something,
so quickly.
I don't know, but you know what? TikTok has this. Vance did a 180 on Trump because he was not a Trump. He was a never Trumper. There's this whole clip of him saying, "I
Yes.
never liked him.
Mhm.
I'm a never Trumper." Whatever, and they put it to a beat.
Oh,
I'm
shoot,
a
I've
never
never
Trump guy. Duh, 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 duh. I wish I could find it. I never liked him, and it's a whole thing. And so now there's a TikTok dance. Now
Mhm.
there is a beat, and people are doing a dance. It's viral,
Oh,
and
wow.
Kamala Harris has posted it on her thing. There's a whole bunch of accounts, and it's like stuff is just like catching. They're catching, and they're doing a lot of viral stuff on the left. And I think it's um they're just I don't know. I don't know if they've got a lot of younger people working the
Yeah,
socials, but they're really good and really fast
very
at,
fast. You would think there are
yes.
clearances they have to go through or some kind of, like,
I don't know,
release.
but as soon as there's a clip,
Yeah, there's a
they're doing something with
yeah,
it.
they're with these celebrities at all these places and doing all these things. It's just like they were
Mhm.
prepared. Who knows what
Yeah.
was known.
But I think I mean, gotta get young people out to vote,
Mhm.
um, because I feel like they're very, um at least before when it was Biden and Trump, I feel like they were just kind of like, "Eh,
Yeah.
not interested."
I need to take a look at
So
the, polls and see how the young people are reacting because I saw something, I don't know if it was true, that said that Kamala was leading in the polls.
by a lot from what I saw. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like you can't trust polls. Like
Yeah, yeah,
2016 put me off polls forever
yeah,
because I feel like
yes, it's
I
just
don't,
gas. Yeah.
yeah. And who are you polling?
Mhm.
Like
And whose wants to be polled. Yeah, all of those
right.
things.
But I mean, I answer when people text me or call me. So
Mm, I know. I was like,
I'm
"Who
one
is"
of those.
yeah, I'm like, "I don't know who this
No.
is."
Yeah. So I don't know. Um, I am looking forward to a debate. I don't know if we're gonna get one.
I thought we weren't now. Are we going to again? It's just back and forth. I can't keep up.
I don't know. I think the latest I heard was he doesn't want to debate. The latest I heard was
They put a
oh,
statement.
I've heard back and forth. So at first I heard, um, I'm not gonna debate because you're not the actual candidate yet. So I
Mhm.
don't wanna debate you because you're not the actual candidate yet, which is weird because Biden wasn't the actual candidate yet
Mhm.
either. We haven't had the,
Yeah.
convention. Um, and then it was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'll debate you anytime, any place, whatever." And then now he's saying, "No, there's no reason to debate because everybody knows who I am, everybody knows who she is. They know who we are. Why do we have to debate?" And that's
Wow.
like his new thing now, and it's kind of like, "What you afraid of, dude?"
Mhm. You scared?
I live for the debates. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I mean, that's
I love it.
cool to see how people perform. Do you remember, like, what did you think of Kamala's debate performance back in 20.
During the primaries,
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't like debates when they are disrespectful
Yeah,
or very, attacking
yeah, ad
with
hominem.
like yeah, I wanna hear I want you to I like my favorite of 2020 was Pete Buttigieg. Like, come with
Mhm.
the facts. Come knowledgeable, be smart. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to hear you belittle people. Like, just let your
Yeah, those
knowledge and your
are tactics
words.
I remember from speech and debate.
Yeah,
Those are, weak
it's empty.
arguments, the weakest
That makes
argument.
you look unknowledgeable.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, just come with it.
exactly.
So, I
Know
mean,
your
I'm a big
facts, know your
Buttigieg
stuff.
fan. Oh,
Yeah.
we got
Uh-oh,
we have a guest.
we have a special guest. Uh-oh, coming to the stage. Hey!
Hey.
Hello, hello. You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
united. Yeah.
How
Oh,
you
so
doing?
I'm well. How you guys doing? I'm mad at you missed
Okay.
the rally. That should have been a lot of talking points today for
I've been
Miss
dealing with these
Kamala
kids. It's
Harris.
summer break.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my stepdaughter go back to school on Thursday.
I'm sure you're ready.
Oh
Go
yeah,
back to
yeah,
school.
yeah. Yeah.
Woo.
But yeah, I could join
So
you guys for a
what do
bit.
we yeah, what do we miss?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
It was very Atlanta. Meg Thee Stallion performed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Quavo came out. Of course, Mayor Dickens, yeah, Andre Dickens, he came out. Of course, Stacey Abrams came out.
Mm.
So, Raphael Warnock, all the people. So,
Right.
Wow.
yeah, they came out to support. I think she had a good rally for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Was it like a
Did
DNC?
Megan Thee Stallion come out?
Huh?
Was that the one Megan Thee Stallion was gonna come out on?
Yeah, she performed.
She
She performed.
performed, yeah.
She had a whole set.
Dang.
She had a whole set, yeah, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the Kamala Harris nomination. I'm not mad at it at all. It makes the most sense, especially with the most time they have. So I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I mean, who else are they gonna pick?
Yeah, with this limited
With
time
the
and
time.
Yeah, who else are they gonna pick?
And who
So
wants to be chosen? You don't want to be chosen and ruin your one shot at the presidency with
Yeah.
100 days. You want a
Yeah.
full campaign if you're somebody who wants to run for president.
yeah,
So
yeah, I think that's the best choice. She could just run off for what Joe Biden was said he's going to do because he was in the same ticket. So why not? It makes the most sense. I'm not mad at it.
what do you think of the criticisms that are being, I guess, like launched at her or whatever, used against her?
I think some of it is warranted. I think some of it is unfair. So, like what criticism are you hearing that you?
Can I play a little clipsy for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
please.
All right. So this might be long. I may stop it in the middle. It's a little long, but here it is. It's a whole bunch of TikToks strung together.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Haktua girl. That's the way she got where she is. And the party's going downhill if it's in her hands.
A joint session of Congress today. She'd rather address in the summer a sorority, a college sorority, like she can't get out of that.
When the candidate's weak, and she's weak. And look, we haven't even gotten into what's about to come down on Kamala Harris. People are going to say that you're slut shaming and all that stuff. I don't care. She slept her way to the top. That's what happened.
It reminds me.
I'm just gonna stop it there because the rest
Okay.
is too long.
All
But
right,
how you gonna call her the Haktua girl? That's the level of disrespect.
I'm not mad
Like
at that. I'm not mad at that. You know why? Because she did sleep with a married man in her 20s, and that's how she started her.
Haktua?
Why not? What do you
Broken
think?
traditions.
What do you think she's doing with a married man? Like, what do you think
I mean,
she's
she
doing?
may be doing the Haktua, but
Yeah.
stop. Woo.
I mean, they're calling Donald Trump Hitler. So,
His VP called him Hitler.
I mean, she called Joe Biden a racist. So, I mean, it's tit for tat.
But here's my thing though is why are we talking about
I would say one thing.
why can we talk about her consensual sex life and we can't talk about the non-consensual sex
Yes, that
the other
part.
person is
That
having?
part.
We could. I mean, he went to court for it.
But nobody wants to address that. They don't want to talk about, oh, that's fake news. We can't talk about that.
Because this is different between a man and a
Because
woman.
it's
That's
And
that's
also
what it
because it
is.
doesn't benefit them to talk about
Yeah.
it, so we're not gonna talk
But I
about
would say this: there's one clip that you guys played that was he did not say colored, he said college. He said college. And the reason why I'm saying that he said college
He
because
said college and he said colored.
no, he just said
He
college.
said
just said,
both. He
play it
said
back,
both.
play it back, play it back.
In this clip, he says colored, but he did in the show in Fox and Friends, he said a college sorority, and then he said colored sorority.
No, he says college because
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Haktua girl. That's the way she got where she is. And the party's going downhill if it's in her hands.
Joint session of Congress today. She'd rather address in the summer a sorority, a college sorority, like she can't get out of that.
When the candidate's weak, and
he said, the reason why I'm telling he said college, he's speaking with a Long Island accent. I'm from Long Island. I know how those white people from Long Island speak that live by the water. That's a Long Island accent. He said, you don't finish your words. He said college, but it just came out like
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of that doubt then.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Okay.
I'll give him that. But the DEI, that's just a talking point. You know, she's not a DEI high. Excuse me. She's not a DEI
I do have something to play on that too.
Okay.
If y'all would
go ahead.
Here, let me
let's
get this going.
Let's go.
It's I mean I really here, let me just do it. Present. Because this is
I think most should keep that like the hat type look like that. Very mysterious.
It's fly, right? Yeah.
It reminds me of her when her first came out. Like nobody could see her face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could be the new her. Mo.
I love her. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Wait, is it playing?
No.
What is going on? Okay. Woohoo. Share screen. I'm sharing the screen. Why does it not want to work for me?
What is it? Could I
don't know. It's on my screen here.
Let me see.
Lord.
Did you pay your StreamYard bill?
Pay my StreamYard bill.
You said the DEI?
Here, we're going to do this. I'm just going to share my entire screen. Y'all can see all my business if you want to.
Uh-oh.
If you want to, that's not good, but I'm going to do it. Because you know what? I don't care.
What's your screen?
Do what? Entire screen. All right, you ready? Can y'all see my screen?
No.
Why? Why is this not working today?
Let me see. Let's see this.
Why is it not working today? I don't know. Well, I'm uploading it, so it's going to take a minute. But it speaks to DEI. It speaks to DEI. So, I mean, we can continue talking about it. But it's every VP pick is a DEI pick. Is basically what it is.
I mean,
is what this.
I'll make the argument that Trump and Biden is DEI because of the age.
Here, are you ready for this? It's up. You want to hear it? Here it is.
Yeah.
The vice presidential pick is almost by definition a DEI pick. Joe Biden was put on the ticket with Barack Obama because he's a white dude. I mean, what are we talking about with regard to who Kamala will pick? Well, like, it's going to be a white guy.
Yes.
Is that a DEI
Yes,
pick?
that's my point.
But here's the thing,
when you
Sagar,
get picked for your race, that is
Sagar,
DEI.
here's the thing. You would never talk about them that way. You would never use the term DEI to describe them, even though they're also being picked for their race or other demographic characters. Mike Pence picked because he's an evangelical with, ties into that community. No one called him a DEI pick. And that goes to my point. What it has come to mean is a black person with a job. Like, Joe Biden was a DEI vice presidential pick. Mike Pence was a DEI presidential pick, a vice presidential pick. J.D. Vance was picked because of his, unique ties in the Rust Belt. Or was he a DEI vice presidential pick? No, of course they would never talk about them that way because it's only used to talk about Black people. But let me just say, again, I encourage you to continue this line of attack. I encourage you to continue in this direction.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
DEI falls in a lot of categories that people don't
Yeah.
discuss: age, religion, sexual orientation, race,
Veteran status,
veteran status. So
ability. Yeah.
it falls in all these categories. But why do we have to take the blunt of DEI? Why we have to be the face of
Yeah,
DEI? That's what I hate
Mhm.
about DEI.
because they believe we're not qualified for anything. So, or not even that. They know how much they gatekeep. So how did you get in?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a big hater of DEI. I don't care. That's my hill I'm a
Mhm.
dying on. I hate DEI. I just hate what it represents.
You hate
As
diversity, equity, and inclusion?
No, I hate the fact that we're the face of it because
Oh,
everybody else
Yeah.
benefits from it.
yes. Everybody else benefits more than we do.
Yes, it's just like welfare. You know, they
Mhm.
said white women was the biggest beneficiaries of welfare, but we
Same
the
with
face.
DEI.
Same with DEI.
Yeah,
So
same
why are
with
we the face of it? How do we take that mantle and how do we run it with this title of being the face of DEI?
honestly, I think
Because white men hate DEI, and they have to have a face of what they hate. They can't put white women's face on that,
yeah.
even though they're the ones that benefit from it. So they have to put.
They put white women faces on feminism. So why they can't put the white women face on DEI?
They already have it on feminism.
But they also have, I mean, we have the face, we hold the title for a lot of things. And
It's
I don't know,
easy.
DEI, everybody benefits from DEI.
Mhm.
Everybody.
Just like you were saying, like when I'll never forget when Bill Clinton signed that bill and had that black lady on welfare sit
Yeah.
and stuff. And it's just like these are signals, symbols that they're showing us, and yeah,
It's done by design and we fall
by
for it.
design,
And the
exactly.
people that's supposed to be our leaders, they take the mantle too, like say a Roland Martin, or matter of fact, Al Sharpton is doing DEI protests every day in front of a building. Why?
What?
Why are you doing like yeah?
That's
But
weird.
that's where we at. Exactly.
Or against DEI? He
Yeah.
protesting. What is he protesting?
I guess I have no idea. I just seen the picture and I got pissed off and didn't look more into it.
Oh.
He posted it on his page, so I was just like, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
It's just
I don't know.
fairness. That's what we all want is fairness, and it's hard to get. And we create these different things, and they always implode, it seems. So,
But now, if you're paying attention, a lot of DEI programs are now falling apart because they're saying
yeah,
that they don't want to have it no more. So, like Microsoft was the latest one to say they're getting rid of their DEI department. So everybody had DEI in 2020 because of George Floyd, but now nobody's talking about that no more. They're getting rid of these departments.
it's the public isn't demanding it. Probably the
Yeah.
public was demanding it back then. There was a huge demand, and then people probably, I don't know. I can't even guess.
But it's a law. You have to have these things in place in higher practices. But
Mhm.
I don't think you need a whole committee for it, but you have to have it in law. And you have a committee. Why we have to be the face of it? I can't stand being the face of it. I'm sorry.
Because
But what
everybody's
did the Supreme
scared.
Court say? I mean, aren't they walking that back? Supreme Court said something about what was that affirmative action case with Harvard?
Yeah, that's for schools.
For schools. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, doesn't that apply? I mean, doesn't that carry over?
I guess they would have
Can't
to
that be
test
applied? Isn't that the same reasoning? Like
wheat and weed. Yeah, I don't know. They'd have to probably
have a
test.
case before it yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I guess now they're saying the DEI hiring was the reason why Donald Trump got shot.
I can't
What?
speak anymore on that.
You got in trouble? You got in trouble about Donald Trump? I didn't see it.
They're gonna come take me away. I just want to know why his ear looks perfectly fine. That's all. That's why I wanted someone needs to tell me why.
There's a lot of questions to ask. I mean,
There are a lot.
how did a 20-year-old man climb on top of a roof with a rifle on his shoulder,
Mhm.
got up there, able to get in position to take a shot at the president?
White
150
privilege.
No.
With
I think-
everybody yelling. Everybody saw him for like 30 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
It don't
Sus.
add up. It don't add up.
Adding up. We're living in some kind of something.
But I also want to know, because this doesn't seem right to me, why the public has not received any information. We would
That
have a press conference from the treating physician. We
mhm.
would have had some documentation shown. Hey, he received this care. This was the extent of the injuries. We didn't get any of that information. He was very quiet afterwards. I feel like he would have been like, "Get that MFer that shot. We can find out what happened." He didn't say nothing.
But this is the way
Nothing.
the government is. We didn't get no information about 9/11. We don't get no information about
This isn't
JFK.
9/11 level. This ain't 9/11.
But
Or
I'm saying, as
This
far
is
as conspiracy theories, as
mm.
far as we were just getting told a certain amount of information, we're not getting no information from this. Building 7 fell down for no reason during 9/11. How come? No, how come no other building in New York fell down except for Building 7? Same thing with Trump. How did this little kid was able to climb up to a what do they call a trailer or whatever it is,
whatever it was.
a
Yeah.
shipping container, and take a shot at the president?
I just want to know why his ear looks fine.
Somebody asks, where's the proof of the other guy even dying?
Oh, yeah, they said someone else died. I haven't really seen anything about it. Is it on
Yeah.
video?
2 people died? Who? Who died? Who else?
Well, I know
The firefighter.
I know the firefighter died, but there's like no video footage of him getting hit. We have all these
Who,
cameras.
the
all over.
firefighter?
Yes. Have you
Ooh.
seen him get shot?
There was a man interviewed. He looked shaken up like
But there a
he
video.
saw
Have
him.
you seen him
All
get
these
shot? I mean,
phones.
all these
No,
cameras,
I
all
mean,
these.
I didn't even
Take-
see Trump get shot.
Is this an
mean-
actual person? Let me stop.
No, because what I'm saying is they do have people hired for crisis. You know, like crisis reaction people that just at a scene to give a reaction.
Yeah,
to
I don't
it.
know. That's going further than where my conspiracy has
Yeah.
gone. But I just want to know, if you're almost 80 years old and you get shot and supposedly you have a 2-centimeter hole or piece missing from your ear, right? And you got to have this big old your ear is intact now, and you had 2 centimeters of it
Right.
blown off, and you don't have any bruising anywhere. You don't have
Okay.
any scar. You don't have
One
you would
person
still
said
be
to me,
bruised, bro. Like you
they
would
was
still
like,
have.
how they said if he got shot in the ear, how come the blood was projecting this way, going a different direction?
Mhm.
And how come for the 90 seconds or so from the time they brought him to the ground to the car, it didn't continue bleeding? It was just whatever the amount was. It wasn't continuously coming out, like it would be bleeding on his shirt,
That good
on the
bugs.
other people. There'd be blood on his everywhere.
Yeah. And it just so happened the person who did it got shot. We never know that happened. I mean, I don't know. I'm always into conspiracy theories. I've heard and read some things saying that John Wilkes Booth didn't even kill Abraham Lincoln. I mean, he killed him, but they didn't kill him after they killed him. He was they held his identity, and he lived with Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson got him a new identity after he became president. So it goes that far back with these conspiracy theories of things that happen.
I mean, to a point, everything is a conspiracy when you think about it. And a lot of times things happen and we don't even know about it. And then some report is released 20, 30 years later, and everybody's talking about TikToks. Like nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Like even Martin Luther King didn't die from a gunshot wound. He died from suffocation.
Damn.
The doctor who was supposed to work on him suffocated him to finish the job. So he was still alive.
I ain't never heard that. This is
Yeah.
crazy. I'm not gonna sleep well tonight. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, there was a book that was called I can't think of the name of the book, but the book was a lawyer who was representing the King family who sued the government on how the government conspired to kill Dr. Martin Luther King, and they won in court, in civil court. And all they wanted was $1, but they wanted to prove that the government was responsible for his death. And in that court findings, they were saying how he didn't die from the gunshot wound. He died at the hospital because the doctor who was supposed to work on him suffocated him with a pillow. Sorry to come on and ruin y'all show.
No, but it's weird. It's wild. It's weird. No, but it's wild to me, this stuff. Like, or I was trying to listen to the hearing because I was like, I need some information. Because for me, if I don't have information, it's not real. It's not real. Like this didn't happen. This is all theater.
These days with the AI and everything, you can have the information.
Yeah, but it's and that's the crappy part is you look online, and I saw a video or a picture floating around of Trump with the shooter at an event before. like they knew each other. And I was like, is that real?
But
Or
you
did
see
somebody
pictures.
just Photoshop?
You see pictures with Trump with Martin Luther King, or you see pictures of Trump and Malcolm X in jail together. So
But no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how do you can't like you with AI? You can't. There's that Elon Musk shared that video
that deep
of
fake of
Kamala
Kamala
Harris.
Harris, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like people can't. I think Monique sent it to me, and I was like, that's not her voice. That's not her.
Oh yeah, I was like,
whatever. Yeah, I'm like, that's not real. Yeah, and so it's like that's scary, right? That you can't even trust like what your eyes are seeing anymore.
Yeah, it's scary and it's trippy. It's like, whoa, what's real?
But then I was
share it and don't care about
and
don't
keep
care
sharing
about
it.
don't care about the integrity of the. I'll give you another case of something was fake. Remember the case of a cop killed the black boy, and the father waited till the black girl went to prom. No, wait till the cop's daughter went to prom, and he got revenge and killed the cop's daughter. Have you heard that case?
I never. No.
Wait, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, so it was a cop that killed the black boy. The father was mad because the cop got off, and the father of the black boy waited till the white girl, which was the daughter of the cop, went to prom and killed her at her prom.
Oh my God.
That was a story that went viral, and that story was fake.
Oh, okay.
Everybody shared that story, saying that, yeah, this is the justice that we need. Blah, 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 blah. That was a fake story. It was so bad that TikTok, Instagram, everybody took their page down after that because how viral that story went and how many people shared it.
But that's the thing. People aren't sharing stuff. Like, is that story about I forgot her name, the woman who was boiling water and died? Is that real?
Oh, Sonia Massey.
I was out the country when that happened. But I've seen a video where somebody said Sonia Massey is Sandra Bland. And they put the pictures side by side. They look identical.
I mean, black people don't all look alike.
No, no. When I say they look identical, the only difference was their hair. Sandra Bland had locks. Sonia Massey had like straight hair. That was the only difference. When I say the two women look identical, they look identical. Not saying it's the same person or not, but I'm not surprised what's going on, especially this time where they need a body from a cop that's killed somebody to push their political agenda, because they're saying justice for her. The cop is arrested. The cop is locked up. The cop is fired. The cop is locked up without bail.
Yeah, what more justice? That's the justice.
So why is still being a political pawn?
But I'm not even really hearing
because I think they're just pissed that it happened. They probably are like, this shouldn't be happening. That's what they're mad about.
You're right. It shouldn't have happened, but he's held accountable for his actions.
Right.
As of right now. I mean, it'd be another thing because he's found not guilty, but he's now locked up. He can't come out. He's locked up.
But don't they
all? It's outrage. It's,
I feel like they get a lot of support. They get a lot of legal representation. People GoFundMe, all these things when they're people like the cop. They get all these resources to.
And this is on Trump's stuff. Like he's promising, or he's saying, under my next presidency, police will have absolute immunity. I know they have qualified immunity now, but law enforcement have immunity to do what they need to do.
But he didn't. I don't know.
Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, I don't know. How you guys feel about Project 2025?
I mean, I haven't read it. I was told, I was told to read it all before I start talking about it. But I mean, I've seen the bullet points and heard people talking about it and things like that. Listen to podcasts that talk about it. To be honest, I'm not reading 900 pages of bullshit. So I'll tell you that right now. But I mean, from what I've heard of it and heard of people talking about it, it sounds insane.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about, I guess, the Democrats using that as this is why you shouldn't vote for Trump, even though Trump never endorsed Project 2025?
I mean, there's more reasons not to vote for him. I mean,
he never said that he's a part of it.
But he's endorsed, or he's supported the Heritage Foundation. The people who wrote Project 2025 have worked for him. He has ties to it. He and his 47 or whatever his what is his. There's a lot of overlap. in the things that he's saying he would like to do and what's laid out in this. It's not like they're
I mean, it's
completely
going to be
separate
overlap. You
and
got
apart.
900 pages. It's going to be overlap. So,
Yeah.
because it's
So I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like it's fear mongering.
sure.
Yeah, that's how I feel like it is. Because if he's not endorsing it, I can't say that's his thing. Even like today, Kamala Harris saying that, oh, Trump Project 2025, but he never fully said that that's his plan. They
What do you
saying that
think of
that's his plan.
what do you think of this? I'm gonna play just a little bit of it because it's somebody's TikTok talking.
You
about
won't
it.
have to do it anymore. 4 more years. You know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
I think Donald Trump.
What does that mean?
You're not going to have to vote.
In my opinion, it just felt like I'm gonna just do things that's Christian based and it's gonna be cemented, and you don't have to worry about it no more. That's what I get from it.
Okay.
Hey, Kofa. Hey, Chad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Chad, mad. I don't. I mean, if he said that's not him, what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to take the word of Taraji P. Henson?
Are you supposed to take his word though?
What? Why is Taraji word more valuable than Trump's?
Why? It's just Taraji's word though. Why are you putting Taraji's word?
Because she said at the
Trump?
BET Awards. BET Awards.
She ain't the only person that said it though.
Okay, I'm supposed to take Joy Reid. Lunatic
but you're supposed to take
Joy
Donald.
Reid.
You're supposed to take Donald Trump's word.
He's from Queens. We both from New York.
Oh God.
Both Knicks. I met him at a Knicks game. But no, I'm saying that's what he's saying. If he's saying, I mean, I don't know.
He also said he doesn't know who Jeffrey Epstein is.
Wait, his friend?
He also said he's never met Stormy Daniels. Never met her.
Much less Kamala Harris said that Joe Biden's a racist and she's running with him. So you running with a known racist? That's what she said. They all lie. But I'm saying he said he's not part of it. What am I supposed to do? Believe other people that saying that he is? I don't believe it. That's just me personally. Sorry, Chad.
But some of the things that are on there, I mean, they're not far-fetched to believe that that's something that he would. I mean, he's already put some of the things in place. I feel like he's a malleable person in the sense that he lets the Federalist Society tell him who to put on the court. He lets people tell him what to do. He just wants the power. He wants to be the figurehead, the person on top. Everybody else, because he's not a very bright person. I don't think he's a very bright person as far as he didn't even know what NATO was. He says that. He didn't know what it was. Like, he doesn't know what to do once he's there. He just wants to be the one to do it and to get the credit for it.
Yep.
So I don't think that he's going to be like, nah, I don't want to do that. Someone's going to put it on his desk and say, here's the plan. Do this.
I wouldn't put it past him, but same time, he got to do it for me to say that he did it. I can't go by off of Taraji at the BET Awards.
Well, don't go by her.
So what should I go by?
She wasn't the first person to bring it up either.
But
just because she said at the BET Awards.
But what should I go by then?
What do you mean, what should you go by?
Should I go by the other people? What should I go by? You said don't go by Taraji. You said, what should I go by?
But why are you going by? Why are you choosing to go by?
I'm asking you, what should I go by?
You should go by what the Project 2025 purports to do. And if it's something that's in line with what he's said himself that he's interested in doing, what he's done before, something you think that's in line with what he would be open to doing, or the people that have worked for him, people that he supports, or things that he says he's interested in. And Carmen Sandiego. Okay, shut up. And then if it sounds like something that he, that sounds in line, then yeah. I mean, I think it's more probable than not.
So let me ask you this: what's wrong with Project 2025? What are your issues with it?
There's a few things. I don't think that taxpayer dollars should be going towards funding private education. at all. I don't think so. I don't think that we should have religious education in public school.
I would ask you a question about that. So you said taxpayers' dollars should not go to funding private
Or
education.
religious education. No.
But do you think that it should be student loan debt relief?
Student loan debt relief? I mean, I don't. I have student loans. They're not getting helped at all. Like whatever. I don't know how I feel about that. I do feel
Why
like
is that the same thing? Like you paid privately to go to college. Isn't that kind of the same thing? Or no? Is the education being paid for by the government, by the taxes, right? If you get student loan debt relief, that's what Joe Biden and
Right.
Kamala Harris is running
Right.
on. Isn't it kind of the same thing?
but that's not the case. I liken it to this. So in what was it?
Like I didn't go to
2008?
college, so why should my taxpayers pay for your student loan debt?
Just like it pays for bailouts and everything else. We pay for a lot of stuff.
I mean,
Yeah,
your
so-
tax dollars go into a big taxes go into a big pot, right?
Mhm.
And then it gets allocated to whatever. So it's not like you're saying, well, this part of my taxes goes to specifically your education. But we do know that your tax dollars go to public education for children.
Yeah.
So for you to take that and to eliminate public education, right?
Mhm.
Because they want to do away with public education and make it all private and religious education. And that to me is problematic because one, I don't think that there should be religious education in public schools or forced religious anything.
I agree.
And that's just, I think, and they're already trying to do that. And I think this is going to further divide classes of people when we are allocating funds for better education for certain people and not making it as equitable across the board for everybody. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
I don't know. That's a problem to me.
So
I
what else
think-
is on Project 2025?
They're banning porn. I just think that that's
way.
crazy.
Figures.
Yes. There's a whole morality. There's a whole it all falls under this morality. So abortion, obviously, they don't want abortion, period.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was gonna say
Birth
something.
control. Birth control.
Yeah.
They don't want that either. And porn and no fault divorce. They don't want to have that anymore either. That's problematic. The majority of women who file for the majority of people who file for divorce are women.
Mhm.
And I think that's I see a lot of there's like a large slant, I feel like, towards women's rights or equality, as women's autonomy and ability to make decisions and do things. It just feels real yucky.
Is it true that there's something about banning gender reassignment surgeries and things like that?
I don't know. I mean, I just hear.
I'm sure that's on here. I'm sure they don't want that.
Yeah. I was gonna say banning porn, is that something that Donald Trump would go for? But
Right?
there are politicians who do things that's not in their interest of what their personal lives are.
Right. How many
You see-
abortions has Donald Trump paid for? You know what I mean?
Or,
I'm
or
sure.
you see a lot of politicians who are anti-gay, but the
And
next
they
thing you find
busting
out
up
they have
grinders, right?
yeah, they got a whole lifestyle with a whole bunch of boyfriends. They
Right.
get found in rooms with drugs and porn.
Yep.
Chad, did you read Project 2025? Like I said, I don't know about it. I just know what I heard on the BET Awards and Joy Reid. That's all I got from. So, and
What else
Roland
is
Martin.
there? Banning curriculum about slavery in schools.
I'm okay with that. And
Banning
the reason why
African-American and gender studies.
I'm okay with that, because why do we need our quote unquote oppressors to teach our history? Why I can't pick up a book and read a book and teach my own?
But they're
children
banning
real-
books.
I can't go on Amazon to buy a book.
Here's the
I can't
problem
go-
though. Here's the problem though, because I guarantee you're teaching your children. We are teaching our children. Who's teaching their children?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need? Why do they teach? Why do they have to know my history? Why do I need
It's
to know
our
Asian?
history. That's not your history. That's the history of this country. And I
So
think
I
that's
need to
the
know what the
problem. But
Japanese went
that's the
through. I
problem.
need to know what the
That's
Italians went through when they came
yes.
to this country. Why do I need
The
to know that?
the Chinese exclusion, like you should. The country of this,
But why?
the
Not I
history.
should. But why do I need to
Here's
know?
why. The
We were
history of this
repeating
country,
it.
the history of this country, how this country was founded. If you have to know about George Washington, why don't you need to know about slavery?
But why do I need them to
if
tell
you
me
need
about
to,
it? Why do I need white kids to know about my history about slavery? Why do I need that?
it's not just your history. It's not just yours. It's the history of this country.
Coconut tree. Just kidding.
You exist in the context of all that came before you. Like it's not just your history.
Chad
And I
said,
think that's
"Listen
the
to
problem.
Project 2025."
You say listen to
They
it?
want to end birthright citizenship as well. They want to be able to use the military to break up domestic protests. So, like Trump tried, he wanted to send he wanted the police to just shoot up that BLM protest so that he can go take that picture. He's like, can't you just shoot him in the legs and stuff? Remember?
He said that.
Yeah. Remember when he took the picture in front of that church?
I remember he took the
With the
picture.
upside down Bible?
Did he tell him to shoot the people in the leg so I could take this
Who
picture?
I forgot who it was, General Milley or General. I forgot who it was. It was somebody that was working with him at the time who was in the armed forces. Some general, and he said that Trump was like, "Can't we just clear him out? Can't we shoot him in the legs or do something?
Wow.
Get him out of the yeah."
Oh yeah.
I gotta see that transcript.
Does
That's a
anybody else
crazy statement.
remember that? Like, I'm not pulling this out of my butt. Like he's.
Kofa asked, are they going to give us reparations based on our history?
No, they're not going to give us a Of course not, Kofa. I mean, and I think everybody else has received reparations.
Yeah, they even ask you like some places when you get
Japanese,
your
Chinese,
taxes.
everybody.
Yeah, if you're from certain populations, so I guess they have some kind of reparations where they don't pay tax or get some kind of reduced rates or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I mean, if y'all want to read Project 2025, by all means, read it and come back and report.
How long would it take to? I guess I could ask ChatGPT. How long would it take to read all that?
Do they have it on audio? Yeah, you can have somebody read
Well,
it to you, I guess.
Chad said he listened to it.
You can do it on your phone. That's a
Let
good
that
point.
be homework.
I mean, I see all sides. I see a lot of the points you all are making because, like Kofa said, no one else can teach you your history. And I feel like that's why I feel like I'm at a deficit because my parents, I'm probably one of those kinds of people Emily's talking about where your family's not teaching you the history. So who's going to teach it? And then I'm going to school in the South where they're not really teaching it properly either. So had to go to, learn on my own.
They're not teaching it properly in the North either.
Yeah. Okay.
So you probably got a better education of the history in the South than I did in the North.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't learn about it till I was an adult.
Me too.
Like real history.
Me too.
Real,
True. Yeah.
I mean, we were sitting there making little hats with feathers for Thanksgiving,
exactly.
not knowing what
turkey.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's mind blowing and stuff I'm still learning today. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So, but it's our shared history. I mean, I do feel like I get what you're saying. Why am I going to have somebody who doesn't have that history tell me about my history? But it's a shared history that we all need to know what happened here before we forget about what happened here and before we let people erase what happened here. Like we have to, like it's important to know.
If we tell each other our own history, how could it get erased? If we the ones that's in the driver's seat of what the history is,
not.
How come? How come we're not in the driver's seat?
Well, are we all running for office? Are we holding office? Because the people
No,
who are in charge of
what I'm saying,
schools,
we're not in the driver's seat because we're begging somebody to do it for us. Why can't we do our own work?
Spoken word, you're talking about like what oral traditions and things like that?
No, we can sit kids down, read books, learn stuff together, do things together, and keep that going as a tradition, as opposed to begging this white man to teach our kids our history because we need to teach this have this white man say, all right, here's your history. Here's what happened to
But
you.
who's telling the white kids?
Why do I care about? I don't care what the white kids know.
They
But
know
how are we ever going to move forward is what I'm saying. Like, how are we ever going to move forward?
You don't
we
think
haven't moved forward. Look at us now.
But how are we going
We
to
could be
move
here
forward?
on the internet talking about this. We didn't move forward. You try to say that the things that we went through in the 1800s.
I didn't say we didn't. So
we-
this is where this is where we end. This is it.
No, that's where I guess y'all gonna end because y'all waiting for the white man to teach you the history. I'm saying I'm gonna teach my own children my own history. Or even the children that's around me.
Obviously,
I'm gonna do that.
That's what's
I don't have to
happening.
worry about what's going on in schools. Public schools are already trash. They're not learning how to read. They don't come out with no real life skills. So why am I relying on that? I would rather do it myself, make sure my children are good, the children that's around my children are good, and we can move forward and we can be productive in the society.
And then when those children go out into the world and encounter other children who didn't get that, then what do?
We have an advantage
because you don't live, but you don't live in a bubble. Because you have to go out into the world.
Now that I think about it,
we have an advantage. People who know their culture and their history have an advantage more than people who don't. What did Marcus Garvey say? A tree with no roots. That's what we don't have no history. I mean, we have history. Excuse me. We could teach our own. Why are we? I don't understand that.
That's
everybody
what
who have a culture.
Anyways. Everybody who have their own. That.
So you talking about a black kid who have his own history going to the world and the white kid don't know it? What difference does it make? Look at the Indian people coming over here learning all this stuff. They progressing. Look at all the Spanish people coming over here learning all their own stuff. They're progressing. Everybody's progressing. They're not worried about somebody else teaching their history. We're worried about that. We're worried about CRTs, things being taught in schools.
I think it's because it's in connection to the establishment of the United States and the creation of this country. And I think that it's part of American history. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Like, they're not trying to say, here's slavery. This is what slavery was. It's more like, this is how slavery impacted us and led to where we are today.
So
what I'm seeing, though, is I absolutely agree we should be teaching our own. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's happening, because that's what has to happen, because obviously they're teaching Rosa Parks and that's the extent. Right. Mm-hmm. That's, I mean, they're not teaching.
They don't even talk about the strategy and all of that.
They're not talking about SNCC. They're not talking about like anything aside from like, I Have a Dream and Rosa Parks. That's maybe some Harriet Tubman, maybe, right? So obviously we're teaching our kids, but I think there is a movement, and it's actually in Project 2025 too, an erasure of what happened here, an erasure of the subjugation of people. You're not human. You are an animal. You are this. You are not a person. There is a struggle and a fight. There is a civil rights movement. There is just how we got here is important. The evolution of how we as a country have gotten to this point. And we did get somewhere. We have gotten somewhere. And that's important to realize, the work that people put in to getting here, the lives that were lost, the fight in our ancestors and people who have brought us to this point needs to be shared. And they need to know it too. Because
that's why I disagree with you. That's why I disagree with you. They don't need to know it.
I think they need to know it. And they need to respect that shit. And I think that's what the problem is, because they're trying to say it wasn't important. I think they need to know it. Because it's not
doing anything now.
I mean, and that's the problem. And I think until we get to a point where we know the history, we look at it, we can acknowledge it for what it is, and move forward.
So it's like, all right, say for example, right?
And I think that's what the problem is.
So God forbid your husband cheats on you, and you like, all right, now you know I know you cheated on me. Now what? We're gonna move forward, or we're gonna just see exactly. So what difference does it make if you know or not? It doesn't make a difference.
So history is not important.
We keep repeating it either way. It's like we're not learning from history.
All right. History is important, yes. But it's not important for little white Susan to know our history to me.
Damn, Susan. Damn.
It's not important. Unless you want to marry Tyrone, then it's important.
Damn.
But if she don't want to marry Tyrone, she want to marry Chad. Sorry, Chad in the chat. Just use your name as an example. So if she want to marry Chad,
Chad don't want Susan. Chad don't want Susan.
So but I'm just saying, Chad's the first name to pop up. Sorry, Chad. But if that's what she wants to do, it's okay. She can learn she can learn Tyrone's history. But
Mhm.
if I don't want to say Chad, I guess
Brad?
Chester,
Kevin.
Chester and Susan gets together, and why do they need to learn my history? Why do they need to know that for? Why?
To feel better about themselves. I'm just
And
kidding.
then what?
No, I'm just kidding.
But you're right. That's what it's about. It's just feeling better about yourself. It's just more feel good that, all right, we know your history. We know it's
For
Juneteenth.
you.
We know it's Black History Month. You know, we're going to come to work with dashikis on with you. We're going to eat
Damn.
pig
Right,
feet
some
for collard
watermelon
greens.
chicken.
Watermelon, yeah.
Greens.
But that, see, what you're talking about though is not.
But that's what's
You're
being
talking
done
about
right now, though. That's the problem.
right. But that's what I'm talking about is that's
It's
not what
it's
I'm
not
talking about
ingenuous. It's
though.
not
Yeah.
ingenuous.
It's that's what I'm saying though. But just like we learn every other history, why do you need to learn about the Byzantine era? Like the same that they put into you got to learn about the
Holocaust.
classics and the whatever. Why can't we learn the actual founding of this country? This is how if we're supposed to be patriotic and we got to do this every morning and do whatever,
Yeah.
why can't we learn about how this country was made? Period.
Just like feudalism. Why are we
I'm not
still-
saying you got to have feelings about it. I'm not saying you got to be like, I apologize for my ancestors. Like I don't need the feelings, but just know what happened here.
So you
But
don't
now
think
they're
they
trying to
don't-
say we don't even want to talk about it. That's the problem.
You
How
honestly,
that-
you honestly think they don't know?
No, I'm
they're
not saying that. No, I'm not saying that they don't know. They do know, and that's why they're trying to take it out of the curriculum in Project 2025. They want to take. Why do you think they want to take it out of the curriculum?
I'm gonna tell
That's
you
my
why
question
they want to
you.
take it out, because it's a counter
Mo
move.
said peace.
Yeah, Mo didn't want to do it no more. It's a counter move because I guess the left is doing the same thing with the Confederacy. They taking down all the names, they taking down all the statues. It's a counter move. I think that's the reason why they want to do it in Project 2025. It's a counter move.
Mm. Okay.
Not saying it's the right move, but it's a counter move. So you want to take down the name of these Confederate statues. You want to take down the name of Robert E. Lee, whatever it is. You want to
States
take
or
these
the
down.
street
Yeah.
names and all the stuff. Yeah.
You want to take these stuff down. They take down these statues. We're going to now take away this part of
I
the
didn't
history.
even think about it that way. Okay.
Yeah. That's how I see it, but I could be wrong.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to erase one part. Let's erase it all. Let's start from scratch.
Then erase all of it. I don't need to know about no Betsy Ross. Forget about, Hamilton, all that. Let's just, we just showed up here.
Yeah.
How are they expecting to do that? Because like we were saying earlier, you will miss gaps. You'll have gaps in history. Things won't make sense. So,
But they make up stuff. They just make it up. Because I feel like that's what they did for us when we were coming up. They just make stuff up.
They just made up stuff. Slavery was, the Civil War was for states' rights.
I mean, they still making stuff up. To go back to the shooting, we don't know what happened.
Everything is made up.
They got us feeling crazy. This is ridiculous.
So we don't know.
Another thing on the shooting, though, I was watching the hearings, and whoever the woman that was head of the Secret Service or whatever, part of me was thinking too. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I'm about to say, is she a DEI hire?
I mean, I know that they're saying that, but part of me was also thinking she's sitting there, and she's taking this stuff, and people are calling her out her name, saying all kind of stuff, coming at her crazy, and she's saying, "I can't say." She knows stuff.
Yeah,
she can't say. Who's paying her? She could say stuff, but she's sitting there and someone got her not talking.
Is she allowed to say?
Someone has her not talking. I don't know what it is, but she's sitting there not talking.
I don't think she's allowed to make a statement.
Something fell off about her because she's sitting there. She's not dumb. I don't think you get to these positions like they want to call Kamala dumb. You don't get there just being dumb.
Some people,
okay, like you're not. I don't. I mean, you're not dumb. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Bush.
But he had to have something to get there. You're not dumb. Like as much as I want to say Trump he's not dumb.
No,
you know
Trump's
what I mean? He had skills.
Yeah.
Right, but it's I'm watching her do this thing and she's sitting there getting questioned. And I feel like she's thinking in her mind, like, remember, like, I feel like this is in my mind. I'm thinking, she's like, you can't talk. You can't talk. You can't, like, something's going on. Like, I feel like she's got information. Nobody wants to give us the information. She had information.
Can they have closed? Like, why does everything have to be open? There's some things that may be a national security threat or something.
Transparency.
Yeah, but you can't. They're not being transparent. They're lying basically, and they're not supposed. They're lying under oath.
Yeah. I gotta drop.
Same.
Right. Yeah, it's late.
I got
that was fun.
I got chores to do, so I gotta go do the dishes before I go to bed.
Oh, you're the best. Well, appreciate you for coming on and really
yes.
Yes, Mo. Let's see if we can keep the hat look. We're gonna get you some new hats just every week.
Send me some hats, some Broken Traditions hats. Black-owned vegan hats.
There you go. There you go. Don't do my merch. Do your merch. Sell your own stuff.
Thanks everybody for joining.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.